You just got lit suddenly on fire. I'm Matt, and joining me we got
Jesse
and Ray.
And today we're gonna be talking about a few interesting things. So just guys see what happened with Elon Musk and the Boring Company?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
You saw how they made a flamethrower?
The flamethrowers.
I can't believe this. I personally want to buy one and just leave it in the corner of my room. So when someone walks in, like, yo man, what's up? I'm like, hey, how you doing? And they look over and they just look at it, and they just see a flamethrower. Like, what would you do?
What can you do?
Exactly. What would you do if you see a flamethrower in the corner? You'd be like,
oh fuck, is that a flamethrower? And then he'd be like, yeah. And then he'd be like, all right, let me see that shit.
You wouldn't be scared of that shit? Because that means A, that man has money, and B, he's got a fucking flamethrower.
Dude, he's prepared for the apocalypse. He is ready for anything.
He's ready for anything. Did you guys see the video of Elon Musk with it though?
No, I didn't see it.
Alright, hold up. Let me pull this up for you real quick. This thing is hysterical.
I should link it in the description of the video. Because that shit is fun.
Yeah, we will link this. But here's the video.
Tilt that shit down a little bit more.
Yeah. Ooh! Look at that smile! Look at that smile he gives off! Hold up, we gotta watch this again. Look at that little devilish smile he has!
He's a fucking troll.
He's such a little kid with it. He's like, I'm gonna get you. He's so happy. I bet the cameraman was an intern scared shitless. I bet he was like, no, he's gonna get me.
He did not know what he was signing in for.
No, not in the slightest.
He came into a fucking maniac.
Props to Elon Musk for making a future technology.
Yeah.
Now technology.
He's
Elon and sold him for a reasonable price too.
Wasn't it like $600 he sold him for?
$3,000. I'm pretty sure.
No, and sells for $500.
Whoa.
The flamethrower has the Boring Company's logo emblazoned on it and sells for $500. So it's $500.
Yeah, there you go.
I knew it was
price. Low. Dude, that's like a new Xbox.
Yeah, that really is. That's more than a new Xbox though. Xbox is now like $299. Have you been seeing that?
What, like the Slim or the X?
Oh yeah, they're different ones.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with all these
things.
The
Xbox One X, I bet you that shit is crazy.
Really? Mm-hmm. Do you have a 4K TV with it though?
Yeah, like you could have the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
But do you have a 4K TV?
Do you have the 4K TV with it though?
I don't fucking know.
Well, you gotta know, because that's how you run it best.
It's all my grandpa's shit he couldn't take from Guatemala, so I have one of his TVs he just never used. The sticker was still on it when I got it, and I was like, okay, bet.
Like,
okay, brand new TV. I mean,
like, hey, it works.
Sure.
If it works, it works.
You know, if it fits, it ships.
It's good.
You know, good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, there's when I move out of the dorm and get into the house, I'm getting one of his, juicers.
What are you gonna juice with it?
I don't know.
Anything?
I'll juice stuff, and then I'll make it into ice cream, and then I'll make it into a milkshake. And I'll do that once in my life because it's so much work, and I'll never touch the juicer
That really
again.
is a process.
That's a process, but you're turning it from a liquid to a creamy solid to a creamy liquid. Can't you just add cream to the liquid and make it into a creamy liquid? You're just taking out the freezing part.
But you have to freeze it. It's ice cream, milk, ice if you want it.
No, but...
That's how you make a milkshake. I worked at Chili's.
I worked at Chili's. I know what I'm doing.
I'm going more in depth. So you first...
So you
mix up
milk
everything. Yep.
You milk the fruit.
You milk the fruit. Okay.
Yeah.
You
juice the fruit in the juicer.
Okay.
And then you use the magical process.
So you have juice. So you have fruit juice.
Mm-hmm. And then you use the magical process of ice cream making, and you incorporate the juice in there, because I'm pretty sure you use milk, so you can just put that juice in there too.
So here, Jesse, do this. Get a cup of apple juice.
Mm-hmm.
Get stuff to make ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Make the ice cream and pour the apple juice in there. Freeze that, and then make that into a milkshake and tell me how it is.
I will.
Please do that
Dude,
for us.
Yeah.
I would love for you to try that.
Write it down.
I have to write this down?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not
You
writing
won't remember?
it down.
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
gonna remember.
You guys are lazy. Hold up.
I was never part of this equation.
I just expected you to watch.
I was just here to watch, and I've been grouped in with the rest of you.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Alright, so.
But now, there's a juicer
Yep.
when I get out
Mm-hmm.
for whatever I'm gonna use it for.
Fair enough.
There's this new German place that's like a competitor of Walgreens.
Mm-hmm. What's it called?
Lindl?
Little.
I don't know. It's something German.
Lidl. Little. It's Swedish.
Little.
Oh, he hit you with the Swedish,
Ooh,
not
there
the
you
German.
Wait, let me pull it up. I'm
pulling
fact
it up.
checker David.
Oh fuck!
This week he's fact checker.
Fact
David.
Well,
check.
because I'm sober, dumb shit. I'm finally fucking sober. It's called Little. It's a formerly Schwarz Unternehmensstahlheim KG.
Wow.
Nice.
It's a German global discount supermarket chain based in Neckarsulm, Germany.
Ooh, German.
Operates over 10,000 stores across Europe and USA.
There you go.
LIDL.
What do they sell there?
It's like a grocery store.
Yeah.
It's like
I
a
thought it was-
Walgreens.
I thought it was like IKEA,
No,
but maybe it's just because it's.
just because it's.
Can you get like
German.
bratwurst there, or like?
Hmm?
Can you get like bratwurst?
Bratwurst?
Yeah.
Probably.
For that geek. You get bratwurst.
Yeah.
Can you buy lederhosen there?
No, probably not.
Why not? Why? If you can buy bratwurst, why can't you get lederhosen with it?
Because it's just a German Walgreens.
I mean, if it's a German Walgreens, I expected to sell some German goods. You feel me?
Yeah, because there's.
Do Walgreens sell clothes?
Yeah, a few of them do.
No.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Go down to Florida, Jesse, and look.
Fuck a Florida Walgreens.
You say you love Florida.
Everybody goes to Whole Foods down there.
Oh my god, we can't reason with this man.
Like,
Oh my god.
But my parents bought a juicer from there for like $20.
How much would the juicer be at Walgreens?
I don't fucking know.
Take a guess.
I don't even know Walgreens sold juicers. But my parents were like, it's the competitor to Walgreens. And then we're driving by.
Okay,
and they're like, there it is.
If this place sells juicers and lederhosen, then it can't be the and bratwurst. We can't forget the bratwurst.
Bratwurst is just a food. You can have food in a Walgreens because they sell food.
What do they sell? What type of food do they sell at Walgreens?
They sell like cereal.
they sell American food.
Yes, and your later sells German supplies.
It's special. You would say Walgreens specializes in selling you American goods with a side of foreign goods.
Yep.
Then how come if
There's
it's a German
no
Walgreens,
clothes at Walgreens?
Oh my god, yes there is. I've seen clothes at Walgreens before.
Maybe like
No.
socks.
There's clothes, but there's also like lightsabers and shit.
Yeah, it's in every store.
you can also get lightsabers.
lightsabers.
It's like a tiny Walmart that only sells like underwear. Like when you're drunk out of your fucking mind and pissed yourself and you need a new pair of underwear.
They have a flavorful selection of sweatpants from the gray area on the color scale. Calm down there, sir.
I don't think so.
There's always the saddest shit that like ever happens in life is when you go to like a Walmart or a Walgreens at like 2 a.m. or something. One of those 24-hour ones.
I love
You
doing
go there
that.
and then you look at the worker there. The worker just like portrays the whole message. They're like they nod. They do that bro nod thing. They're like, yeah, night shift, right? And you're drunk as hell. You're like, what the fuck is going on? You're just looking for condoms or some shit. And they're just like,
Damn, I feel like that was a real life experience.
And he walks away.
I get that.
It's just how it goes.
It's just life.
No, we don't buy none of that. We go and we just play with the toys. Like our Instagram. Oh fuck! I'm super close to the mic 'cause I'm scratching my back. Oh shit. We would go and play with toys just like in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the majority of our Instagram skits are us with the toys at Walmart.
Dude, Walmart's the best place to just dick around.
I love Walmart. I was
Dude.
talking to the lady at the front desk of Schaefer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Peaches,
Yeah.
to censor her name. But we were talking about Walmart, and she'll be like, "Yeah, we just go to Walmart, me and my grandkids, and my grandkid just gets on the bike and just rides around the whole Walmart." And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, Walmart's the best.
The Florida Walmart geeks. Like, there's just one time I was in Florida with my family, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, I think it was like late at night, and I was just like walking around doing my thing, like, you know, little like 13-year-old Ray looking for the Nerf guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it as you do.
To see what the newest model is,
Right? Yeah, you know, just gotta peep. Ain't never gonna buy any, but you know, they look cool.
Yeah. You're like, that would look fucking sick.
Peeped around the corner, then like 3 adults, grown men just peep around the corner like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm looking at Nerf guns," and they were like, "Take this sword, join us in battle." They had like one of those Nerf swords, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So I'm running around. I see him. We're swinging at each other. Someone had a tomahawk. All is still in package. Just threw that shit across the fucking store. I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" They tossed me a shield. I was like ducking bitches. I was like, "Yeah!"
That's the best. Holy shit. We have to do that.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
I remember when me, Peter, and I think Devin. I don't know if you were there, but I think it was either you or Devin. We went to Target and we tried to recreate that.
Oh,
And,
that was me.
Oh yeah, that was you.
That
It was you. Yeah, I remember. It was you,
Yeah.
Peter, and me now, and we were all at the Target. We were trying to recreate. It didn't work in the slightest. It was so sad.
No, it was.
We
so
tried so hard, it didn't work.
To have the intensity of a grown nerd and then the loving like imagination of a 13-year-old
Yeah,
that was already looking at Nerf guns, like, it's the perfect combination of fun.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
3 like dudes trying to have like kid fun.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, I gotta drive later. Did you guys ever, during the summer after you graduated, go by your school and just flick it off? Like, you finally graduated and you're like, yes, fuck this school, fuck all the people in there. You just flick it off.
No, I never had the chance. I was in Florida for the whole break, or for the whole summer, because what happened with my family is like how we. So here's a little history of how we like moved around. So I lived in upstate New York for 14 years of my life. So I grew up there. That's where all like my old old best friends were. I met everybody in elementary school. Had middle school there. And yes, I say elementary school. I heard that, David. Was like that's where I had all my friends and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom found a job in Alexandria, I think it was. That was like really good for her, like, because she's been doing like a lot of different like not really odd jobs, but like a lot of different fundraising jobs throughout the years and everything. So it was like, okay, like she was always doing that. So she's like, this job's awesome. Like, it gives us more money. Like, we can get out of New York, because they were kind of getting bored of it, because they lived there all their life in upstate New York. So like they're cold, like tired of the cold and the snow and like all the gray. So like we moved down to Lorton. We find a place in Virginia. Exactly. LO boys. LO. So we find a place in Virginia. And we stay in an apartment for 1 year. And then my dad is like, no, this place is too small for me. I need somewhere bigger. So we stay with the same renting company, but move across the street to the townhouses for 2 years. And then at the end of my junior year, my dad got a job in Florida. And he moved to Florida. And he got a job teaching at the University of Central Florida. And like the hospitality and like the Rosen campus. So, like, doing all that stuff. Because my dad's been a teacher all his life. So even when I was in New York, he taught at Schenectady County Community College. So like he was always a teacher. Like he's always been like a professor and everything. That's where, like he got his degree in. And he also just got his master's, thankfully. Well, not just got it, but he got it like a few years ago, which was awesome. Big step for him. But so he got a job there, and it was just my mom and I in Virginia. And it was either I take online classes through South County in Florida, or I stay. And my parents promised me my freshman year that they were not gonna move me from my high school because that first move was like really fucking tough for me. They're like, we're not a military family, like we don't move around that much. And it's like, fuck, this sucks.
Yeah.
So they thankfully didn't move me for my senior year. Finished it at South County. But then my mom moved immediately down there with my dad because like they spent a year apart, and that was like really tough on them and everything. But like they got through it. Thankfully, they're amazing now. But it's like they're both in Florida, and I just hate Florida. And the reason I hate Florida is because I don't know anyone there, and like I'm a pretty social person, so it's like, hey, what are you doing? Let's go like hang out. Let's go make moves. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. But now it's when I go to Florida, it's like, oh, it's my family. Awesome. Like I miss these people, but I'm sitting in this room all day, bored out of my fucking mind. Like, someone please help me. It was just like, fuck, like, Florida is awful for me. And I go there every break because that's where my parents live. I don't have a house in Lorton anymore, so I can't just drive back up. Like, I can't just go in my old place, kind of. So it was like, damn, like, I have to get on a plane and fly down to Florida. I can't just pack a bag and drive up for a weekend and, like, relax at my place.
Well, I'm sure that you could, like, stay with somebody.
I do have friends I can go up and stay with, and that's, like, what I usually do. But still, like, it's not my old place. Because, like, I loved my apartment. My apartment was fucking awesome. I loved apartment living. The people in the people who worked there were amazing. Like, of course, not every place is great, but, like, we were lucky we got a good one. I fucking love that apartment.
Yeah, that apartment was nice.
It was such a nice fucking apartment. It was small, but it was nice. Like, we had a little balcony. Everyone had their own balcony. I was so mad when we got the apartment in my senior year because I wanted an apartment on the opposite side because there was no one over there. It's just dead ass quiet.
Damn.
Oh, it would have been so perfect. Yeah. But, you know, whatever happens, happens. But yeah, so that was the history of how I moved around. So every break, every time I'm in Florida. So it's kind of like, oh, I live vicariously through my friends' Snapchats.
Yeah.
And, like, the only times I'm, like, doing fun things is when I'm with my family, but, like when we were out on the boat, that was fun. But I was with my family that, like, I don't really know that much, so they seem like friends, not family.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, these are family, awesome. But so, yeah, it's just interesting. It's, like, a very, very interesting dynamic that comes with it, to living around, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's what happened. That's life. I don't like Florida. I don't want to go back very much. That's kind of this last break, this whole, like, winter or whatever the fuck this gap was in between semesters.
Yeah.
That was tough. The, like, last 2 weeks, I'm just like, I'm not moving from this bed. Like, I'm just gonna sleep. Like, this fucking sucks. Like, I'm not leaving this house. I don't want to do anything. Like, fuck out my face. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucked.
You just watched TV the whole time.
No, I played video games the whole time.
Yeah,
I'm just like, fuck this. I'm gonna get good at a game. I didn't get good at a game.
Didn't get good at a game.
I didn't. It didn't work. I played too many different games.
Yeah, I remember during the break, like, when as soon as I got the Nintendo Switch, I would, like, go from playing the Nintendo Switch and just having, like, using it, like, tablet form and then having, like, Netflix on my Xbox on the TV. Yeah. And then once my, like, battery dies, put my Nintendo Switch down on the charger and then just play some Xbox while it charges. And then once it gets charged, which doesn't take long at all.
I don't think it would.
I would just take it. I'll just stop playing, put back Netflix, and go. It was just that rotation for like 5 days straight.
That's the best. How's Breath of the Wild? Did you finish that?
Breath of the Wild. I beat it the first time. That was tough. That game is tough. And now I'm playing in Master Mode, and that game is ridiculous. That game, most things one-shot you in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like everything one-shots you. Like don't fall. No. Like don't trip.
Yeah, because you're dead.
God forbid you fall in the water, you'll just die. You'll just like literally if a horse runs into you, you just like anything can happen. Like it still works. And the fact is, like, when you have your back turned, like most enemies are like what to appear. How you doing, David?
I'm just not good at the game. The game's fucking easy.
No. You're a dick, David. As he laughs and walks.
I beat Breath of the Wild in 40 hours. No, 48 hours in 3 days. Okay. That's how much Breath of the 48 hours.
Okay, David, did you play just complete story? Or did you adventure?
Oh, I adventured. I played it as long as I could. I played it on the Wii U, and it was a little different than Switch, but
I bet.
It was like 3.5 days I beat it.
No, I also have the
but that's
DLC.
Like, I would sleep for like 6 hours and then just play Breath of the Wild the rest of the day.
Oh,
Yeah, I was borrowing it from my friend. I don't own the game, but like, I was borrowing it from him for the weekend, and I was like, all right, I fucks with this, and then I just never left.
You know, it was a good fucking game that came out for Nintendo.
What?
Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Oh my god.
The boss fight at the end.
Yeah.
Nobody expected it. There was no hints towards it at all.
You are the worst with spoilers.
None of us have played this game.
Yeah, come on, man.
But it's out now. It's out. Like, everybody knows now. Everybody that's played the game knows.
I don't care.
If you were invested and you, like, watched the trailers and everything, like, and then you played the game, nothing ever hinted towards... Well, there was one thing that hinted towards it, but nobody knew that that's what the fuck it was.
Interesting.
Like all of my Pokemon were level, like, 70. And then this Pokemon was level 70.
Mm.
And he one-shot every single Pokemon.
Damn. That's weird. That's... Okay.
But I got him. I got him, and I only used one Pokemon.
Who'd you use?
I used Glyciopod, who's a giant... Look, you can look him up.
Who? Yeah, who?
I love this dude.
Glyciopod? What are these Pokemon nowadays?
These new Pokemon, they've switched the style of like how they make them or how they draw them.
I haven't seen Pokemon in so long.
I fucking love this thing. It's a beast.
What
that
the
looks dope.
fuck? That looks dope as shit.
Dope as fuck.
Okay, Glaciopod does look pretty dope.
Okay, Glaciopod gets a pass. I love
Yeah,
him.
he does. If he looked shitty, I would have roasted him.
It looks like a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh.
He dominates the Pokemon trading card game meta, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, he doesn't dominate it, but he is a very prominent there.
Why?
Golisopod GX is really good.
Really?
I play a lot of the Pokemon trading card game online.
Yes, we know that.
David,
Oh, I already
everybody.
told about my scheme, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like all my personality.
So,
You have more competition, David.
this dude,
Yeah, yeah.
he has two moves that really make him who he is. One of them is First Impression. It's a bug type move. And if that Pokemon sees you for the first time, if you hit first, you hit for like a fuck ton of damage.
Oh shit.
And then he has this move Sucker Punch,
Yeah.
which makes him the other one flinch. And then he has the Quick Claw on him, so it makes him go first every time, or it's a more increased chance for him to go faster.
Interesting.
So when I brought him out, I first impressioned him, and then he died. But then I couldn't first impression him anymore, so he's at like half health. So then I revived him, brought him back out, and then Sucker Punched him. He'd get one shot, and I'd just keep on reviving him, and then just keep on Sucker Punching him until he fucking died.
Holy shit.
That's what I had to do. Nobody else on my team stood any chance.
Wow.
Was that the only Pokemon in that other dude's lineup?
It's a wild Pokemon. It's
Oh,
the
it was a
boss
wild-
fight.
Spoilers!
You ever just
Play the
Back
game,
in the-
David.
I can't play the game in 2 fucking minutes. He's like, the game starts in
I'm
Lovely
telling you
Valley.
about a
The game
battle.
starts in a Lovely Valley and it ends with a boss fight that's a secret Pokemon.
That's every Pokemon game.
No, it's not.
Really?
The final
Yes, it
boss
is.
fight could be the final 4, or you fight that one dude after the final 4.
The champion?
Yeah, and then you become the champion.
That's still after this fight.
That's after this fight.
Yeah. But the Because that's like considered like after game. But
Oh, David doesn't, David doesn't know about after game.
all of the after game.
I do know about after game. Wait, no.
No,
it's like finding Kiram and whatever it's called, Black and White 2.
Yeah, but in this, the story ends after this fight,
Oh.
and then you beat the Pokemon League, but then the credits roll after that, and then it's technically the after game. But like the story stops, and then you fight the Pokemon League, and then that's it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like there's no extra thing with the Pokemon League. You don't have to fight it twice.
Yeah.
It gets harder. Like
He's fine.
it's you just fight them and then that's
Interesting.
it.
You guys ever, like, back when you first started playing Pokemon, just have that one Pokemon you'd use?
Every time it's just
Right,
a starter.
Yeah.
Every,
Yeah.
like, it was the only Pokemon you used. You'd be like, yep. Now
Like,
I have
you're getting dicked.
well, I have a level 100 Charizard.
Yeah, there's that one.
In Black and White 2, I took an egg of a Charmander from a previous game.
Did you say egg?
Yes.
Yeah, Pokemon games with eggs where you can hatch them.
No, he said egg.
Egg. E-G-G.
Yeah.
Say
Egg.
it again.
Egg.
Egg. What did you think he said?
He says egg.
No, it's egg.
That's what he's saying!
Egg.
No, we're not gonna start this
Okay,
again.
Never mind. I'm done.
So what do you get?
I'm done.
So then I got a level 1 Charmander.
Oh, okay.
And then so I traded it over to Black and White 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then had that throughout the whole game and got it to level 100 at the end.
Nice.
Good for you. All from that egg.
Mm-hmm. From the egg.
Egg.
But I don't normally use fire Pokemon, but fire Pokemon are really fucking good.
I don't know about you, but I prefer my eggs scrambled.
Really?
I like scrambled eggs.
Not gonna lie, Schaefer has breakfast that's okay. Breakfast
Yeah.
is probably their best.
Did you just say not gonna lie? Schaefer has breakfast that's okay.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
That's
Yeah.
a senior quote right there. Dude, not gonna lie, this new Marvel movie was meh.
Yeah, dude, not gonna lie. The Schaefer breakfast is okay.
Yeah, but Schaefer's
It is
meant to
okay.
be okay. It's meant to be like fine.
Yeah, but it's more exceptional of the okay.
Yeah.
this
It's like
time.
you go to. It's like how was Chili's? Like the only answer is Chili's was fine. It's the only answer to that question. It's like how was Outback? Edible. Cheap and fine.
Yeah.
There's only one answer. It's always fucking mad. It's always with this. It's like Red Lobster or some shit. It's like how was Red Lobster? It's like it was Red Lobster, man. It's fucking Red Lobster.
Yo, Red Lobster is the higher class of all the other.
No, it's not.
No,
Outback
it's
is.
not.
It's just the
It's Outback.
It's just the seafood version of it, Jesse.
But
Yeah, it's
seafood is
literally-
expensive, and that makes it high class.
No, but no. You can get surf and turf at Outback. That's really expensive. That's steak
that's
and
steak
lobster.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's also steak and lobster, two very expensive things already.
So then that makes it high class, is what you're saying.
No, it just
No,
makes
no,
it
no, no.
expensive.
No, it's your
You're
point.
sa-
You're-
okay,
it just
so
makes
he's
it
saying is if you
expensive.
go to like a fish food place, okay, some sea place.
No, not like
Yeah,
Not
that's
like-
high class.
But if
not
you go
because
to
it's
a
expensive,
dirty meat
but
place,
because it came
No.
from the ocean.
yeah,
no.
We pulled this shit out of water.
Like a
And
Captain
it is
D's, a
prime.
Captain D's is not high class. It's a low class Captain D's fish. You only get a fish fillet sandwich and some like shrimp.
I've
and
never
then, like,
heard of a
maybe
Captain
ham
D's
can.
before.
It's in Fredericksburg. It might not be in Nova. I don't know.
Dude,
Have
I
you ever
swear
been
to
to a
God,
Long John Silver's?
Yeah,
I swear
Long
to
John Silver's is also not it, but Red Lobster.
Joe's
Like-
Crab Shack.
Just
That's better than Red Lobster.
No. Every fucking tiny town, anyone you go to has like a fucking like that one seafood place called Captain something. And it's always the owner of the restaurant. It's always like ours is Captain Steve's. Like I swear to God, I don't even know if it's fish or fried potato or something. Everything's fried. It's just like here's your mess. There you go.
Yes,
And then
look,
it's
see?
always full as shit. And it has a neon sign that says Captain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
and it always has that really shitty like '90s like wood paneling or something, and maybe a fish tank in the front.
It has a mascot.
A
Wait,
mascot.
what? No, it doesn't. What the fuck?
Yeah, Captain D's has like a fish mascot. I think. I don't fucking know. My mall has a fish mascot.
What?
They have a whole
Do malls have mascots nowadays?
Do they?
they have a whole
What's our
like
mascot?
undersea group
I have no
about
idea.
that are like they do like PSA warnings. Like they're like, don't bully, and it's I don't know.
A PSA warning on not bullying.
So
I
your
love
mall also
from
makes
fish.
after school specials.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Your mall is the best.
there's like a big exhibit like right by the food court. It's like a bunch of fish and like a sea captain. It's like whatever, man.
The only spectacle to see at my home mall is like people I haven't seen in 10 years and I never want to talk to again.
Yeah.
So, like I go to the mall, I fucking see like, oh, there's that guy from 10 years ago. He was in your math class. Remember him? I'm like, yeah, Brain, I remember him. He probably remembers me too. We look at each other. Don't even do the fucking bro nod or anything. Just walk past. It's like, and they like kind of stare at you a little bit. They're
Yeah.
like, is this what you've become? Like,
Yeah.
third grade Matthew was better than current year.
Oh.
And you're like, oh shit, come on, man.
But it's also them
I'm just
too.
trying to go to the Lego store. I don't fuck with
They're
this.
also thinking that.
My mom
About
wants me to buy
you.
pants. I don't know. I'm just at the mall. If you're ever at the mall, it's a bad situation.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, why the fuck did I come here?
Yeah.
I went on
It's like,
break at
seriously?
Chili's, and Chili's is right in front of the mall. So I walked to the mall,
Yeah.
and I was eating at the pizza joint at the mall.
Oh god.
And I'm eating by myself. I don't have any music. I'm just like, I'm not even on my phone. I'm
Yeah.
just eating in silence in my uniform. And then these two black lesbians are like crying in the table right next to me. I think they were like breaking up.
Oh damn.
And I'm like
Emotional
awkwardly
scene.
eating next to them. And it was the worst thing in the world. I'm like, why did they have to do this on my break?
Why did you have to sit next to them?
They sat down next to me. They knew their situation was gonna be uncomfortable.
So they knew, and they're like, "This is the target. We're going for it."
That's why people break up at like restaurants because
They're like,
the other one can't make a
No.
scene.
Yeah.
They
that's the
come
whole
in, they're
point.
like, all right, we're breaking up. We know this. Who the fuck do we want to fuck with?
That
Like,
would be
point at someone sitting next to them. Let's make hysteria
That would be
happen.
the best
No,
breakup
because-
ever.
Because then that's like they don't cry with that because they
No.
understand.
You just
When you cry, it's like you love the other one, but then they don't love you.
Okay,
It's-
that's some feels
no,
bad, man. We're
it's-
just talking about the fucking mall, dude.
But that's what happened. She's like talking to her, and then she starts crying, and then they both start crying. And I'm just trying to eat my calzone.
But
my calzone. You get two actors,
Yeah.
and you tell them that they're in a scene together.
Yeah.
That they have to pick out one person who's sitting alone, sit at the table next to him,
No.
and have a really dramatic and awful breakup.
Just
And just set them free.
Just ruin the
Just
party for everyone.
Ruin everyone's mood.
Oh my
And
god.
just set them free. You know how hilarious that would be?
Have you guys ever been to like a Target or something and then you tell?
No, I've
tell-
never been to Target. What's it like?
No.
I've been to Target.
What's Target?
Thank you, Jesse. And so you go to like Target or Walmart or some shit, whatever has watermelons, and then you like, and then
Target doesn't.
Literally
Target's-
any grocery store.
Target's
Yeah.
too high class
oh no
for
no 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 no
watermelon.
no no,
Yes,
no,
they
they have
are.
watermelons, they have watermelons.
Yeah, but they're
And you
stacked
go,
nicely.
and then
They're
you tell
Walmart just has a fucking crate of watermelons right in the entrance.
You tell like, let's say you're with your girl, you tell her like, hey, put this under your shirt. We're gonna take some shit. And then they pretend you're pregnant, and then you fucking like go through the whole thing, and then you talk about how you're expecting. You're like, yeah, I was pretty young for 14, but then and then you like say all that shit, and you just fuck with them the whole time.
Is that a?
Don't ask her about this. This is not.
That's
I've
news.
not asked her to do this
This is
yet.
news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
David's girlfriend, everybody.
I love how that's the intro. It's like, hey, you ever been to a place with a watermelon? Put it under a shirt and then like drop it or something.
No,
That's the master plan.
but somebody did that when they got pulled over.
Oh my god, really?
But the girl like told on him because she was trying to have a baby, and then he was like, "Here, pretend you're pregnant," and she was like pissed off.
Damn.
Got his ass a
Yeah,
ticket.
he wasn't smart.
Dang, you should have settled one problem.
Yeah.
Should have just nutted, but he was like, "It's not worth it."
Should have just done your duty.
He's like, sorry, you're the side, but had to happen.
It's not worth it.
It's over with.
That's
I
sad.
I never tell my main bitch to put a watermelon underneath their shirt. That's disrespectful.
Gotta watch where you park the car.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Can I plug this in for a little bit?
Yes. I mean, Wednesday.
This week has been a long week. Let me tell you about it.
Oh shit! Talk about dat stick.
Well, it's sick.
Dat sick.
That's sick.
I always thought
sick.
it was dat stick. Like every
Yeah.
time I heard it, I was like, dat stick. Okay, I mean like
Yeah, it's that stick.
that's okay.
That's sick. Yeah, that was an awesome show.
That's a name people can get hyped to, I
That
guess.
stick.
Dat stick.
Dat
They walk in, it's like a piece of driftwood on stage, like, yeah, I love this song! It like falls over, just topples. Dat stick!
That could be a skit. You know how like Smosh does like
Yeah.
their version of like movies and stuff?
Yeah.
It would be like that.
Awesome.
All right.
Fuck, do you know what I'm talking? I'll pull it up later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in our meeting.
In our meeting.
Yeah, no, but it was awesome. It was a great fucking show. I loved it. Some of my friends from Nova came down. We went hard. I rode the rail on Riot 10, which wasn't bad. It was-
Oh, tell them about that girl Molly you met.
Oh yeah, that one? Wow, David. You're not a dick in the slightest.
Nope.
So
You could have played it off so well, and you ruined it.
You're an actor! Work! Work with it.
I'm on my break right now. I'm sorry.
Matt Wickstead, the producers, they're gonna get you.
You're gonna get your ass.
They're gonna be like, Suddenly on Fire, episode 3,
We're the producers. What the fuck?
for other shit, Matt. Why do I give a fuck? I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about, Jordan Peele. Or somebody who directs.
You said producer.
Or somebody who
You did
produces.
say producer.
It is a producer.
Did I just create more comedy right there than rolling with it?
Oh,
Yo,
shit!
Matt's ahead of his time.
No,
you
because you're
can't
just.
hindsight this shit and then
No,
say you were doing
no,
it purposely.
no.
That's
Was
what
I?
Sherlock does. Okay. Oh my god, no. I'm pissed.
Matt could play Sherlock in
No,
a
he
movie.
couldn't!
Yes, he could. Robert Downey Jr.
No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Benedict Cumberbatch fucking Sherlock. BBC, what they do is they always like, oh, how did Sherlock find it out? And then they just hindsight it. They're like, I knew because she was the one that we would get in the end. Like, great, okay, cool. I mapped it out. I was like, oh, I already looked ahead in this episode. I found out who it was. And then he fucking like looks up and down. He's like, oh, this tiny piece of cloth right here. Do you see that? That's from a worker's uniform. And that worker's uniform leads to this. And that leads to this and this and this. And we found it. And then they just take her away and then the episode's over. Like, it's
First off, that's just shitty writing.
yeah, it is. I mean, actually, no. First 2 seasons of Sherlock was like really good. Okay, Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock was like really bad.
Look at this man's.
Oh.
Matt
No.
could play.
No, don't pull up Robert Downey Jr. and be like, this guy kind of looks like Matt.
No, it's not my look. It's. Excuse me. It could be my look though. I'll play Sherlock. Fuck it. Give me a revolver and a pea coat, and a top hat and
Does he
some
have a
glasses.
revolver?
David, look down here, good sir.
I don't know.
What is that in his hand?
I'm not talking. I'm not talking about
It's a revolver.
It's a revolver.
Dude, you gotta get one of those pipes too.
I have one of those pipes, but it's all clogged up because they are the worst pipes ever.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to get a new one.
Gotta unclog that shit.
No, it's disgusting. I tried because like you can take it apart by taking like the mouthpiece off of like, the base,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just so sticky. I'm like, oh, this is just. I know what this is. Garbage.
No,
Just threw it out.
Well,
I'm
then
like,
you
I
don't have one. If you threw it away.
I had one. I'm sorry, my grammar is off today, sir.
Because then we're like, okay, you could use it. And then you're like, no, I threw it away. Then you don't have it. Matt.
producers
You
are
can't-
watching, Jesse.
You can't confuse the audience.
You can't confuse the audience.
You've been in plays, Mr. Fucking.
Yeah, what are you trying to...
Fucking, what are they called? Monologue man.
Oh, yeah.
In
yeah.
high school, big monologue man in high
Fuck ton
school.
of
What's the monologue man?
I had a fuck ton of monologues in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, I remember those monologues. I remember the process of learning them.
Mhm.
No.
What did you do? What
No.
did you do
No.
to learn your monologues?
Oh, I thought you were talking about for the show. I'm mad at Miss Mac.
The show? Oh, you want to talk about that? Oh, and then there were none?
You can talk about that. I was going to talk about something else. Go for it. Go. Say your thing. Say your thing.
Oh, man. I remember... Like, senior year, I had to memorize the most shit. The maximum amount of shit. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so I was... I don't know if I said this before, but whatever. I was in, I had auditions for here. I had, and then there were none. And I had,
You had
the VHSL
You had
one.
I Dream Before I Take the Stand, which I directed.
Yeah.
You did great in that. It was just, you were very stressed out.
Yeah, it was clear I was stressed out for everything.
Mhm.
So as I was memorizing everything, I had to memorize like my part in And Then There Were None, and that was cake. I was literally one act. I was like, I died within the first act. I was like, all right, straight. I could get off, like that was nothing memorized. I could just memorize everything else and work on. I don't have to be there for like the rest of the rehearsals.
Yeah.
Because I'm dead, you know.
Yeah.
So then they fucking one dude's like, hey bro, I don't want to do this anymore. Fuck the show. And I said, can't leave. There's not enough guys, and if you leave the show, then we're basically just fucked. Like there's nothing we can do about it. And then he was all like, okay. So we ended up coming to agreement where we switched roles.
Oh no.
So instead of me dying in the first act, I ended up dying like in the third act.
Oh no.
Yep. So he had to learn all those lines.
And then like it was just like I had like 2 monologues.
Oh no.
And then on top of that, I had like the VHSL, and then I had the monologues for VC to memorize.
I did one act my senior year, and then I had auditions for here senior year, and that's all I did. And then just like Thunderbird related stuff.
Yeah. I don't want to say I caused the whole thing with Ray having to do the new role, but I think I might have kind of caused it because there was enough guys in our class, because it's a class show. So there's enough guys in that class that could have done it, and I was the last guy in that class.
Yeah.
But I said no. I said I don't want to do this show because throughout the whole course of like South County's career, all their senior shows, or like all like the 3-4 shows, are just awful. Like I'm not about to do this. So I dedicated all my time to directing the VHSL. So we directed that. I did that. I held casting and everything. Casted Ray. He did great. But the guy that asked Ray, or that Ray had to switch roles for it, he texts me over Snapchat and he goes, "Hey man, big favor to ask you."
Big favor.
I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" He goes, "Hey, can you please take this role I am for the show? I know you don't want to do it, but can you please take it? Like, I don't want to do this thing anymore. I don't know if I like theater anymore." I'm like, "No." I'm like, "You just said you know I don't want to do it, so I'm not gonna do it. I committed to the VHSL.
Yeah.
Get over it."
Get over it.
And he's just like, "Oh, okay, sorry to bother you, man." Like, bro, come on.
Come on, man.
He geeked me though. But on the same line of monologues, when we were learning our monologues for Romeo and Juliet, when I was Friar Lawrence.
Can you say your monologue right now? Do you still remember it?
Parts of it, yeah. There's actually what we were doing was I'm kind of dyslexic. No, not kind of. I'm extremely dyslexic.
Okay.
So, what happened was I was trying to read one of my monologues, and I was reading it, and like I was sitting, and it was the first time I was reading, and Shakespearean English, so it's very tough to like get the words down right and like understand the meaning. So I was reading it very choppy, very slow, very awful. My director / teacher's like, all right, sit down. This is how you should do it. And then she does it, and she gets up and performs it. So then at the next rehearsal, I'm doing it. She's like, well, have you not read this before? And I'm like, yes, because you did it last rehearsal. And she just starts laughing.
Yeah.
She just starts laughing at me. I'm sorry, I just spit on you.
Did?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I saw that.
Give me some lotion.
Dude, it's winter. It's winter. You need that lotion, man.
I do need that lotion.
Stay moisturized.
Yeah.
2018.
Stay moisturized 2018. I think I remember part of the monologue.
Okay.
You ready?
I mean, you haven't.
No, you're fucking.
Look.
You broke the fourth wall, Jesse. I thought you were an actor. Go with it.
Go with it.
Producers are watching, Jesse.
You said part. You're gonna read the whole thing. You might as well just read the whole thing.
I'm putting the book away.
I've only done 4 monologues my whole acting career.
Only 4?
Only 4?
Only 4?
Mhm.
Wow.
I had one in Amadeus, which was long as hell.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you're telling me about that one.
And then I had one in New Moon Over Memphis, a Blue Moon Over Memphis, which was short.
Mm-hmm.
I had the two to get into here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, not 4, I meant 6. And then the 3 when we had to get him for acting class.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I do like about my teacher back in high school, and one thing she trained us a lot about was how to like working with monologues. Like she started us early with monologues. I think, yeah, it was like I did my first monologue.
That was the first
year.
thing we did in Drama 1 was a monologue.
Yeah.
And I still remember it to this day.
Can you recite it?
I can recite it.
Go for it.
Speak the speech I pray you as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of your players do, I had us leaf the town crier spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hands thus, but use all gently. For in the very torrent, tempest, and as I may say, whirlwind of passion you must acquire, and beget a temperance to give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to see a robustious periwig-pated fellow tear a passion to tatters, to very rags, to split the ears of the groundlings who, for the most part, are capable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows and noise. I would have a fellow whipped for outdoing Termagant, and out Herod, pray you avoid it. That's Hamlet from Hamlet.
That's amazing. That was actually amazing, Jesse.
I'm proud.
I like how you still have it memorized. That's the shit.
Are we gonna start reciting some monologues, Matt? Do you have anything you memorize?
Give me a second to rethink of it, but Ray, after you, please.
Me?
Yes. I have to really, for this monologue, this is what I'm trying to workshop right now. So like I gotta just think of all the lines again real quick.
Everyone
So
in
just give me a
class has like a monologue they always go to. Like
Oh,
they
yeah,
have
there's
like
always
one
that
of their
go-to monologue for everybody.
go-to monologue.
Yeah, right.
second. Which was that monologue your go-to monologue?
Yeah.
Ray, what's your go-to monologue? Do you know that one?
Mine is probably the Fences one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have
Yeah.
with Corey. Pop. Come on, Pop. I gotta get by. I live here too. I ain't scared of you, sitting on the steps drunk, singing to yourself. You don't count around here no more, so why don't you just get out of my way? Talking about all you ever done for me. You ain't never done nothing, but hold me back, afraid I was gonna be better for you. Better. She's scared. She's scared of you. I don't know how she stands you, after what you did to her. Oh. So what are you gonna do? Give me a whooping? You can't whoop me. You're just a crazy old man talking about I got the devil in me. And this ain't even your yard. You took Uncle Gabe's money and then you put him out. So I ain't going nowhere. Come on. Put me out. I ain't scared of you.
There we go.
That was fucking fantastic, right? Alright, my go-to monologue is from Buried Child as Vince by Sam Shepard. I haven't done this monologue in a while, so this is going to be a little rough. I was going to run last night. I was going to run and keep right on running clear to that Iowa border. I drove with the windows down. The old man's $2 flapping on the seat beside me. It rained the whole way. Never stopped. I could see my face in the windshield. I studied my face. Studied everything about it as though I was looking at another man. As though I could see his whole race behind him. And like a mummy's face, I saw him dead and alive at the same time and in the same breath. And I saw that face change to his father's face. Same eyes, same teeth, same nose, same bones. And then his face changed to his grandfather's face. And it went on like that. Changing clear on back to faces I'd never seen but still recognized. Still recognized the bones underneath. And then it all dissolved. Just like that, everything dissolved. And the old man's $2 still flapping on the seat beside me. Thank you. Yeah, I messed up with that one.
No, that was nice.
There's a little,
I couldn't tell.
Really, there's a little pause in there where I'm like, oh, I don't think this is the right phrase that goes here, but then it just...
Yeah, but in acting, everybody thinks it's dramatic pause.
Yeah, you can do that. Okay, so, let me tell you this. I was in acting class the first day.
Uh-huh.
And I was sitting there, and I was talking to my teacher, well, because we were, like, getting ready for stuff, and I'm like, hey, Janelle, are we going to do any comedic work at all this semester? And she's like, no, unfortunately not. All we do is really, like, drama-heavy stuff, like, first year. You're going to do a lot of drama-heavy stuff next year. And to me, that's great. Like, drama's a great thing, but I'm not a dramatic actor. I'm a comedic actor. So these classes are really fucking tough for me right now.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to be like, oh, I have to actually focus on objectives and tactics for this. So, like, I don't have to focus on pulling my life into... Comedy's different because it's, like, how people can see you as the character and, like, relate to you and laugh from that. So it's, like, you have to pull from your life that people might attach to and pull to your character, and, like, you have to mesh it all in yourself. And somehow I can do that, but I can't do objectives and tactics and...
I can't do none of that. Joelle and I struggle in acting class, I feel, because we're both funny.
Yeah, yep.
And we're always making jokes, and we're always...
Yeah.
When we worked together for our AB scene.
It was hysterical.
And we had it... Oh, it was funny, but Matthew was in it, too.
Ah, okay.
And Matthew... I mean, everybody would like to say they're a comedic actor, but Matthew isn't. He's more of a serious actor.
Okay.
So Joelle and I are, like, kind of making it funny, and then he's, like, more serious. Like, he's like, because he's, like, upset. But, like...
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be upset. But
Yeah,
it's, like, a funny scene. I think you've heard it.
Yeah, I heard your scene.
And... So it's just weird, and then so we don't get as good as grades, I feel, because, like, and I don't know about other comedy actors, but I feel like when you're just having fun with a scene, you're not thinking about.
No, you're not. It helps. It really takes you out of your head and just throws you
because
into
it
the
makes
scene.
it more natural for
you.
Because when you're over here, like.
Oh yeah, like
telling your dad on the steps that he's a piece of shit.
Yep.
Like, you have to think about how you feel in that moment.
Exactly.
And you're thinking about, like, when your dad, like, disrespected you one time in real life, and you're, like, calling back on that emotion when you, like, stood up for yourself or whatever.
Yeah, but, like, with comedy, it's more like...
You're just having a good time.
Yeah, and you listen to people in comedy scenes. Yeah. Like, you don't listen that much in drama, I see, because it's like, oh, I have to focus on like what I'm thinking of and like my objectives and tactics, but also I have to listen to them, so it feels a little more forced. That's why people who are really great at like dramatic acting, good for them, because that's a very hard thing to like do and like master. But for comedy, you don't really have to worry about listening, because you just listen automatically, because it's like, oh, their thing they're gonna say is funny, so I can like support them, or like they supported me for a joke setup or something like that. So it's like it's more of you're in the scene with the person.
I feel like comedy actors can't play serious,
Nope.
but serious can play comedy.
No, really.
I think sometimes they can.
See, I think
Because, like, Denzel Washington...
it depends on the comedy.
He's like... it's not like... Like, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates comedy. But, they can still be funny and you appreciate the joke. But then, like, when some actor that's, like, always playing the dumbass in the movie and he's, like, a lawyer, you're like, I don't give a fuck about what this guy's saying.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when he was, like, snorting coke off somebody's ass at a college party in this movie once. Like, it's weird.
Well, no, that's more of not them not being able to play the other role. It's more of the audience not accepting them as the other role. So it's more of like the audience being like, "Oh, I've seen them in so much comedy work. They can't be serious. Like they're in a serious." But if someone, it's more easily acceptable for people in the viewing audience to go, "Oh, this dramatic actor's trying comedy. Good for them." If they're like, "Oh, this comedy actor wants to be serious and try and make real money." "Quote unquote real money," because people fucking love comedy but hate it. Like, hate people trying to branch out and to do like serious work.
It's such a weird
Yeah,
thing.
they're just not accepting of it. Like,
I feel like I try to get a good mix of being dramatic and funny.
yeah.
I remember like when I was a grandpa in Jabberwock, that was funny and like a comedic. It was a comedy, was it?
Yes, Jabberwock was a comedy. It wasn't really. It was kind of a dramedy, but more heavy on the comedy because you with the golf cart was hysterical. The leprosy scene with like in the thing, like sitting down with Mary Agnes and going through the pictures, like the leper. That's a comedy scene. Anytime You Were On was a comedy scene.
Basically, literally.
Yeah, when you and me went to the doctors to get like physical for like the war.
That
was a comedy scene. Yeah, so it's like
that was a good one. Yeah, that was a good show.
It was a good show. I enjoyed that as well.
I enjoyed the back and forth we had on that one.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was a really fun one.
I remember Amadeus is a serious play.
Yeah.
Like, everybody else is serious except for Mozart.
Ah, okay.
So, luckily, I played Mozart. So, I had this funny character while everybody else has to be, like...
I thought you played Amadeus.
Serious. Amadeus is Mozart. His
I
name
didn't
is
know that.
Wolfgang...
Oh.
Mozart Amadeus. Or, no, it's
Fair enough.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Yeah, I forgot. So,
but a lot of people don't know his name is Amadeus.
Yeah,
so
I didn't know.
Me trying to tell the audience that I
Amadeus.
played Mozart, everybody knows that name.
yeah.
Wolfgang's a badass name.
Wolfgang is a badass name.
I knew this dude named Wolfgang. He had tattoos and like a bleached mohawk, and he was like this big dude. He was
Damn.
in
Yeah,
English
imagine.
class.
Pull up on a motorcycle every day.
Oh my god, with Wolfgang.
Wolfgang.
I have that on like the back of a leather jacket. They're like, "You're in Wolfgang?" Like, no, it's my name.
Dude, he just has a pet wolf. He just has a pack of wolves. Like,
He's just
following
following his
at all
motorcycle at all
time.
times.
I just imagine them riding on the motorcycles. They get like a crotch
In
rocket,
like
and there's,
side carts.
yeah, there are all like 5 side carts on both sides.
He takes up the whole lane, because who the fuck is gonna fuck with Wolfgang?
He can drive as fast as he wants. No one's gonna fuck with him.
Right? It's Wolfgang. You can't fuck with Wolfgang.
You can't fuck
You can't
with
fuck with
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang!
You were gonna say something, Matt?
I was gonna say 2 things. I just thought of something though.
Okay.
Imagine a traffic system where there's barriers, like certain miles apart, that just keep moving, right? Like they keep moving on the road, and then like you have to find a way for them to like come back on the other side and shit. But it's to help regulate traffic, where it's like, let's say like 30 miles. Like every 30 miles there's like a barrier, and the barriers are like constantly moving like every day, and they move like at like a select pace. And so it keeps people in the flow of traffic, and like when people are exiting or entering, like they can like merge on and not worry about like a fuck ton of shit.
Yeah.
I just thought of that. I don't know if that would work, because I think people would fucking die, because they'd like come on and hit the thing and just die.
Yeah.
But
well,
I think that would
then
be cool.
all you're doing, moving sidewalks at elevators, right?
Yeah.
That's literally all you're doing, but with
Car form.
cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
So, like, why even use a car? Just
Well, for
make
small roads.
Yeah.
That's
Just
for like
make-
highways.
a railroad system that's just, like, above with your personal car. So you walk on, there's seats and a table, and then you walk on, and then you go to your destination, and then it stops, and then you get off.
That's called.
It's like a big bus.
That's called an auto train. They have those.
No, but it's infinite. It's like an infinite
What, is this
loop.
gonna stop
of-
everywhere?
Yeah, that's gonna be a long trip
That's
home.
gonna be
That's
such
gonna
a
be like,
long trip.
hey, babe, I'm not gonna get home on time. I'm in Germany right now. We have about like 12 more hours. We're about to hit Africa, and then we're coming back.
Okay, so I was thinking about that while explaining this whole thing, but I was like, hopefully they don't catch me on my bullshit.
Yeah, no, we got you.
No, I saw this one video on YouTube. It was basically like how to solve like the traffic problem.
Mhm.
Okay.
It was like and how to get rid of like stoplights and shit, right? So basically, we have to upgrade
Hive
our
mind.
cars. Huh?
Hive mind us.
Hive mind. Basically, yeah. We have to hive mind us. You gotta hive mind the cars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if every car can like communicate to each other, there would be no point of having like
Yep.
like stoplights or like just traffic
Yeah,
lights.
They
and
just be
anything.
zipping around.
Yeah, because they can communicate. They can just slow down or speed up when they need to. You know.
But the problem with that is this is why it's never gonna happen unless you believe the big corporations are gonna take over the world.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk,
But-
everybody.
But because of monopolization, every single car would need to be from the same manufacturer so that they can have the same frequency.
Yep, you're right.
Because different cars from different companies are going to have different frequencies.
And they're gonna all just fuck with each other.
And then they'd all be crashing into each other.
But then that, oh my god,
so they would
that
all
sets a
become
whole
the same
that sets a
person.
whole thing where if you take away FDR's whole thing about like New Deal and like monopolies,
Mhm.
so you can monopolize that for a better future.
Yeah.
Would you? If you could, let's say if you could remove on the car industry, if you could remove the monopoly and just naturally, and that's what I'm saying, remove the monopoly and naturally let the companies take over and see which one climbs to the top, then take off, like put the law back on the car thing, so only one monopoly now,
Mhm.
and then you throw the technology in there. Like, would you do that if you could? And then you'd have
I
advanced
feel
cars
like
and everything?
they wouldn't do that. They would take the time to make a government organization and then have it government regulated. Like, it's not a company. The only way that would happen is if, like, Elon Musk made a car company.
He has a car
He has a
company.
car. What is it?
Tesla.
Tesla? Yeah.
Elon
So,
Musk.
if Elon Musk took Tesla and put that technology and slowly, like, put it into his cars and, like,
Yeah.
upgraded it, and then continued to, like, buy out other people.
Yeah.
And, like, not,
So
like,
as
fully
he-
take over, but, like, almost take over, and then everybody's...
So as he pulls a
Using
Walt,
this.
as he pulls a Walt Disney
Mhm.
and starts to monopolize everything, but not monopolize everything.
Yeah.
Then he
buy it.
okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
And then supply and demand, everyone wants that car because it's safer and it's better, and traffic
Yeah.
lights can get erased, no more accidents.
Mhm.
That is actually genius.
What will Bruce Wayne do? Just buy everything.
So, that's what you would have to do.
I like that. I honestly like that.
I have this whole government system in my mind.
In your mind, worked out.
If I ran a country, I have all the laws in my head, how I do shit.
Yeah.
It's a communism-based economy
Okay.
because I am Cuban.
Fair
And
enough.
not just because of that, but because I'm sitting in government class and I'm listening and I'm like, what we have is dumb. Like, why don't we just... and then I explained it to my teacher because I was asking him this question, like, why don't we do it this way?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you just explained communism. And I was like, all right, cool. It's in my blood now.
Hey,
Hey,
Jesse.
communism.
Jesse the Communist.
So I've developed this new age
Communism.
world communism based
Okay.
leader.
Okay.
It's not full communism.
Fair
It's
enough.
a little
What's
bit
it
different.
like? Explain it. I'm interested. I'm really interested in this.
What's the population like?
Yeah.
What's the popular fruit?
Popular fruit.
Popular fruit.
Yeah. Guavas. Mangoes. Papayas.
Papayas.
The papayas.
Well, that's just racist. First of all.
I know. I'm sorry.
Secondly,
That's the
I didn't
first three
say
that popped
it
into my
was
head.
a Cuban economy. I didn't say I took over Cuba. I just said I took over a country and it's communist because I'm Cuban.
So Cuba.
But not Cuba.
Not you.
But it is an island, but not Cuba.
Jesse, you just explained Cuba.
I know, but it's not Cuba.
Alright, so it's Cuba-like.
So it's not the.
So we're just gonna copy and paste Cuba and put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Tropical.
Mhm.
You know, it's like in a fighter, you just switch the color palette.
Yeah.
You're playing the same character. He's like, I guess I'll go blue.
Yeah.
So this is how the economy works, and I'm still workshopping it. I'm trying to make this perfect. But so everyone has a work card that says what your job is. And depending on what your job is, depends on what you're able to buy. So it eliminates money, and it has it like if you work at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
So you have your McDonald's card, and then there's the set price of minimum wage.
Mm-hmm. What would that
And
set
then-
price be?
I
Okay.
probably thought about it at one point, but I don't remember off the top of my head right now. And it's like a digital card, so it'll like change whenever like,
Like you get a
the-
job or something. Or
yeah. So when you get a
updates.
promotion,
Okay.
and then you have like you get more money like monthly.
Okay.
So then the store will see that, and then you'll be like, okay, this is the stuff you can afford with your thing. So you get whatever you want as long as it like is in
Yeah, in
that,
that like that scale
that
sort of.
area.
Yeah.
But you can only get like a max number of things, because if everything was free, you could
Yeah.
just take like 50,000 TVs.
Oh yeah, of course.
So like, where are you gonna be living if you're working at McDonald's? Either in your parents' house or in an apartment with other people.
Yeah.
Apartments aren't that big. You're gonna have like a main TV and then like maybe a TV in your room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So really, you'd only be able to afford one TV. So you have that max of one like okay TV.
Yeah.
But what if
Yeah, I have a few
poke a
questions
hole
too.
real quick?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, tell
I
me
have a
so
few
I
goals.
can
Yeah.
Okay,
I can
so
develop this.
If you can only buy certain things with your like job, what if like, say like, what if I'm a video game programmer?
Mm-hmm.
What if I just one day was like, you know what would be nice? What if I just built a deck? Like, would I be able to go out and get wood so I could build myself a deck?
Yeah,
Yeah. No, it's not like
because
it's not,
you would be able to afford that money normally,
It's
but instead of having this whole hustle about money,
Mhm.
you're just like, okay, you can afford this. Here and take it, and then you build what you need with your
okay.
deck.
I
it's
see that.
yeah. When Jesse said area, I know what he meant. He meant like not like that area of like working in that field. So like you can't like buy lumber if you're a video game. You can only buy like
Mm-hmm.
stuff. He meant
Yeah.
like that bracket of money you make, like that normal amount. Like you can buy this much, like this many things.
Mhm.
Jesse, when do you get your job card though?
When you
get a job?
when you get hired, yeah.
And what's the schooling like?
The schooling,
Yeah, how do the little youngsters get taught?
it's normal American schools up until high school.
American schools? You really want the American education system in your country?
Well, just the fact that you learn like general knowledge.
Oh, so
The
you want
fact that you-
general? Yeah, you want like
General
you want the
education,
basics of things.
yeah, the basics.
Are you gonna do a metric system or the freedom units?
Freedom units.
Please use a metric system. Please teach your people metric system.
Yeah, I mean it's whatever like normal science uses.
Metric system.
Yeah,
Fuck the freedom units. I'm
Fuck
sorry.
freedom units.
and
Fuck
then
America.
so until high school, your junior year, you like if you have an idea of what you want to do with your life,
Yeah.
then you can concentrate in those classes.
Okay.
So it
that's
makes it
cool,
like a
that's
mini
cool.
college.
Mm.
Because I'm in here in high school senior year taking trigonometry. I'm like, what the
Yep,
fuck do
yeah,
I need
why the fuck do I need
trigonometry
these
for?
things?
I'm
Yeah.
going to be an actor.
Yep.
And I actually called VCU and I was like, hey, can I drop trigonometry? Can I still get into school? They're like, yeah, fuck it. And then so I dropped trigonometry.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, because they're like, you're going to be an actor. Like, who the fuck cares about trigonometry?
Yeah, because you're an.
So you'll learn like algebra, Algebra 2, geometry.
Yeah.
And then, like, you can pursue further maths if you want.
If you want, yeah.
But get you that basic math that you need. And then if you're like, I want to be a marine biologist, then you can take more marine biologist-centric classes.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Okay. I see what you're stepping in.
And then there's going to be, like, animation. And there's gonna be,
the
like,
specifics.
carpentry. There's going to be,
yeah.
like, kind of like trade school stuff, like maybe like an engineering class.
Yeah.
Like working on cars.
So
like,
how's the government run then? How's that work?
how does... That's a very general question.
Exactly. How does the government of your communist system work? Like, who's...
Is it like a presidential thing?
No, that's not communism. Doesn't.
No,
have a president. That's democratic. It's Jesse the ruler. But how does everyone under you work?
I am the ruler.
Yep, he's the communist
And
leader.
there's a Senate.
Okay.
But the Senate is made up of...
Weird aliens.
No.
A wrinkly dude that looks like a raisin.
No, that's me.
Oh shit, okay. Sorry, Palpatine.
And depending on... There's like the main world senators, or the main country senators, not the world senators.
Yeah.
That, depending on the population, I liked what that chick said in sociology, so I'm putting it in right now.
Sociology to work.
Alright, here we go.
If there's more women in the population than there is men, it's represented in the
I
Senate
like
to
that.
represent
That population.
the population.
I think that's actually really smart.
And then it fluctuates with the population. But women are always the mass.
Yeah.
Always, anyway.
The majority. Yeah.
And then, so you have the country senate, and then you have, like, each, not state, but, like, region, and then that senate, and then you have, like, the town, and then the city. So there's, like, a bunch of levels.
Yeah. So they make some stuff, and, like, you're at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a presidency, but it's like Jesse just oversees everything.
Yeah.
And no one votes him out. Because he's the communist leader of Blue Cuba.
It's like a presidency. It's like he's president.
Yeah.
He just can't be impeached.
Yeah. He can't be impeached. You can't talk shit about him.
Nope.
You can't,
No
scandals.
No scandals, no propaganda.
No. None of that.
He is great leader, Jesse.
Don't make memes of him, please.
No, do not.
No, I'd love memes. If people made memes about me...
You'll be his jesters.
You'll be his jesters.
He'll have a court of jesters who just makes memes for him all the time.
Just a bunch of people
He's
on
like-
like Twitter.
Yeah, Jesse's sitting in the chair. He's on his phone. He goes, "New memes."
No,
And he scrolls
that's
through
Kim
Twitter.
Jong-un level of dictatorship. I'm just gonna be chilling,
Okay.
thinking up a new shit.
The respectable type stuff.
I have drug and alcohol regulation.
That's clever.
That's been thought up of.
Do you have prostitution regulated?
Yes, with the same loophole that it is in America with if you film it, it is then porn and then it's legal. Like, as long as...
So you're not gonna... Oh, Jesse, you're losing money, my guy. You have to legalize... You have to get prostitution up in there and tax it. Make it and regulate it. Make sure, like, the women are safe. You cut out all the pimps. So, like, that job field's gone. No more pimps.
Yeah.
No more waiting out on street corners. Or, like, going to street corners. What you do is you make it safe. You give them, like, a few offices around the place, you know? So they have a place to, like, relax after their little thing out. They get, like, a call or, like, a message, and they go out and, you know, do their job. But, like, you make sure, like, they're safe. You make sure the condoms are being used. You regulate it. You tax it. So you make more money for yourself and the whole government to then do whatever the bullshit fuck you want as a communist leader.
Yeah.
Boom.
What
That's what America should do.
What if you took it like a step further? It's like, oh, so you take the girls out to like dinner, and then you take them back to the office, but they're like regulated rooms where you have to fuck them in.
No, that's
That way you know nothing's going down.
that's more like a rub and tug, please.
Yeah.
That's more like a.
That's when
I'd
you
like to-
call your favorite stripper to the hotel across the street and
Yeah.
she comes and she gives you a hand job.
That's more like, yeah, we've been in this place before. Meet at the time, same time next week. Let's reschedule for next week.
Yeah.
We need an appointment.
That's so expensive to get.
You gotta do GTA prostitution, pick her up in the car,
Oh my
take
God.
her to an alley,
No, and then kill
fuck
her
in
and
the
take
back
the
of your
money.
car, and then kick her out the fuck of your car, and then you leave.
You don't kill her and take the money?
I don't prostitute normally.
Oh, okay.
I don't go out and get prostitutes normally.
What I love to do in GTA is when I play online, I get all the meters for all the strippers all the way up, so I get their numbers on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then so in the game, I'll just get drunk as shit, and I'll be in my apartment in the game, just like drinking like all the beer, and like the camera gets all hazy, and I'll be walking around with like people in chat, and I'll be like, Foo, where are you? Like I wanna dance.
I wanna dance.
And then sometimes I walk down to the my room in the house, and I'm laying down like, where'd she go? I don't know why, but it's so fun. Just drunkenly act in GTA. You'll have a ball. I killed so much time on that. I'm like, holy shit! It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
If you get something going in GTA, you can really just keep on going.
Yeah,
for
you can.
hours.
I love video games, man. Just sitting down and playing a good game for like hours and not giving a fuck about time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's the
best
best
feeling.
That's what I did with the Shadow of Mordor game. The first.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I loved playing it.
I hated that game.
I loved that game because I would just sit there, and what I would do is I wouldn't play the main missions yet. I'd level my character up like past the main mission, so it's like you at least have to be like a level. Well, it doesn't really like suggest levels, but it's like early in the game, like level 1, this is gonna be an easy mission.
Mm-hmm.
I'd level up to like level 5 before I even started like some of the main missions. I just came in, murked a bunch of fuckers, and just ran.
Yeah.
I'm like, yay!
It was too repetitive grindy for me.
No, I like that repetitive grindy though.
I'm not that kind of player.
That game was fun. I just found it fun because it was brutal Batman.
Yeah.
Brutal Arkham Knight. So
I
love
love I love playing those games on the hardest intensity because that really fucking tests your reflexes. Because you're sitting there and like you have to block. Like why? And you're like, oh fuck B. And you're like, I have to attack as well X, and I have to do these combinations.
Yeah.
And it's just like, ah shit, like I fucked up.
And when they take away the counter thing on top of their heads, it makes it so much.
Yeah, because you literally have to watch them. You have to be sitting there like at your TV just dead staring and like evaluating everything just to make sure you hit it right.
Honestly.
I'm such a casual gamer.
No, I love hardcore gaming sometimes.
Yeah.
There's just some days where like I wake up and I'm like, okay, we're going in, crack all my bones, get ready, like I'm going hardcore today, and just fucking insane.
Just
like,
wreck shit.
Yeah, you just
Like-
fuck shit all day.
Fuck a multiplayer game where everybody's shooting, fighting each other. But I'm trying to think.
So he just doesn't like shooters. Alright, have you
No,
seen...
and I also don't like the like WoW.
like World of Warcraft, the open world. Have you seen the game? It only has 2 letters, which is FE. I don't know if it's pronounced Fee or Fey.
Yeah, we were watching.
Yeah, we were watching this yesterday. This isn't a hardcore game in the slightest. This is a casual sort of like you go around, you get a song, like you learn a song, like you're this weird creature in like this whole world that's like meant to save like the world like from what was going on. So like you'd sing a song and like you like harmonize with like a plant or something, and it would give you something. But like later on as the game progresses, you learn new songs. So, like you can sing the song like all the birds, so you and like every bird will connect, and like it's also matched with like very light colors. Like bird was green, and like the one you learn was like a red one, or like a white one, and then there was like a slight like light orange. It was just such a like a visually beautiful game.
Yeah.
But it was also just a casual game where like I'll go like rage in some like Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, and then like after that I'm like I just want to play like some casual games to like relax the day as it goes.
Like, I get like that too. Like it get after a while, like when you play all these hardcore like super dramatic like intense games, like Gears of War or something, you're just like, you know what? Like I do want to play My Little Pony.
Yeah,
that does sound fun.
It's like, you know what? Care Bears Adventureland does sound like a good game right now.
Like,
Never for me. I always play the just sitting there and just playing.
Yeah.
I don't like Crucible and Destiny.
Oh, I love the Crucible.
Oh man.
Because I just hate other people because I don't pour my heart out, and I'm just not good at video games in general.
I mean, I don't pour my heart out either.
But like some people do.
Yeah, I get that. Some people do pour their
And then
heart
you're just
out.
like, I'm doing absolutely nothing, sitting here. I'm just getting killed over and over and over again, and you're like, what fun is that?
Yeah, sometimes I have to remind myself it's just a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, come on, like I can't be doing this bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
And like I get like mad, I get like actually mad sometimes, but like no, it's just a video. Like, but at the end of the day, I'm like, no, it's just a video.
Yeah,
game.
no,
I'm not.
I understand it's just a video game. Sometimes I get like really mad for dramatic effect, like when I'm playing against Ray.
Yeah.
Like I'll get mad for dramatic effect and like we'll geek. But other times like I'll be genuinely pissed because I fucked up.
Yeah.
And Ray makes me mad because he's like, oh yeah, like he's talking shit. I'm like, he's no. I did that one time. I slammed my hand onto the floor in Florida because we were playing Injustice. And like we said in an earlier podcast, like usually we play like Ray claps, I come back, and then like he wins. It happened that exact same way. Green Arrow Sub-Zero again because that's our favorite combo, like our favorite matchup we always play. So we're playing it, and I have him low. I have him super fucking low. I'm like, okay, I gotta keep my distance. Like I know what, like I was pushing him back the whole time. I was zoning him like pretty well. I was playing. And then he gets in because I fuck up on my slide. I slide a little too like far on the screen, so I only slide like right up to him. And Ray just hits me up, and he like does a spin, like does the bow and arrow spin and the kick up, and I die.
Dang.
And I drop the controller and go, fuck, and slam the right side of my right hand, like where the pinky is, right into the concrete ground.
Oh
And
no.
go, ah, shit. I was like, oh no, like I can't play right now, Ray. Like my hand was throbbing and it hurt, and it just made me mad because I'm like, you know what? He got me good. I fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
But you can't genuinely be mad at that. It's like you can only be mad at yourself for a second because you fuck up, and then like it's just a game. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I get like that too when you kick my ass.
Yeah. Yep. It's just like this fucking sucks. It's like, oh yeah, it's just a
Arc
game.
makes me like that. Arc gets me so
Really?
frustrated.
Oh my god.
Because this is what happens in Arc. You're walking around, you're chilling, you've been surviving. Level 100 T-Rex, you're dead.
Oh my god.
Man.
Some fuckers come over. One hit to the head without a helmet on with a club is a one-hit knockout. And so you don't die immediately, you just get like knocked out.
Yeah.
So like when you get tranquilized, you don't die, you knock out, and then
Yeah,
it
yeah,
comes
yeah,
over
yeah.
and kills you. So you get knocked out.
Yep.
They drug you so that you
Oh my
stay
God.
knocked out, and they'll like put your body in a cage. And what you have to do is you have to wait for you to take a shit and then eat your own shit until you die.
Oh my god.
That's awful. That's
Like
so
people
fucked up.
are horrible.
That's so fucked
The
up.
game is so horrible.
It's
How many times
so
have you done that?
hard. The cages happened to me once, but
Oh,
people
no.
will come over, knock you out all the time, take all your shit,
And run away.
run. They'll
Yeah.
like be running, and then they'll like lead something over to you, and it'll get aggro to you, and then kill you.
No.
No,
I'm so
they
sorry.
bait you.
Yeah, they bait you
Uh-huh.
hard.
You'll make
Yep.
a house, and then you'll like be hitting a tree, and then a brontosaurus is walking by and you accidentally hit the brontosaurus, and he turns around and he
yeah.
just fucking kills
It
you.
gets ya.
It's literally one of the hardest fucking games in the world.
I bet that sounds interestingly fun. Well, you can stop, drop, and roll. You have been extinguished. Thank you all for listening.